You're listening to Overland Radio, part of the One Overland Network family.
It's Tuesday night, time for the Overland Radio show, and thanks for joining us. Ashley's going to be on here in just a minute. It was maybe questionable as to whether or not she was going to make it, but she did, so we're glad to have her. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still kind of trying to recuperate from the holidays. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, we'll go over all the good stuff here. We're going to do this kind of casual tonight, and let's just bring on Ashley and we'll talk about a few things. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight.
I love how you threw me under the bus about if it was questionable, if I was going to make it.
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, okay. First off, I have to say the countdown that you just added was really, really cool. So those who missed it, there's now apparently a countdown for the show.
With some rad music.
Oh, I was dancing. I was doing this, except it got really loud, so then I had to turn the volume way down on my headphones.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, it started playing. I was like, ooh, that got a little loud. But okay, we'll adjust next week. It's not the end of the world. So anyways, yes. Happy New Year to you. We haven't really had a chance to talk, but I'm glad that you were able to do the show tonight. So how was your holiday?
Somber. So this was the first one without my mom, but so it was somber, but I mean, it was still good. Very different. But what about yours?
Honestly, I can't really complain. I mean, it was pretty laid back. I forgot to wrap all of Felicia's gifts, so I had to give them to her in Amazon boxes and bags and all the stuff that, because I'm a loser. But she still got to open them. I mean, well, it wasn't like I just handed them to her.
I can't say much. So Gavin got new headlights for the taco.
I saw those. They look good.
Those I did not wrap. It was a giant box. I was like, I am not going to wrap this. Giant box is going to take up the entire roll of wrapping paper. So I left it as is sitting next to the tree, and he was pissed because he's like, it's not the same. Not getting to wrap presents. And sorry, I have a little person who is now snuck into the room and trying to ask me a question.
What is she doing?
I don't know.
Well, while Ashley figures that out, let me start off by saying thank you to our sponsors, Overland Addict, Rugged Bound, Midland, USA. We really appreciate all the things you've done for us, and we're happy to start off a new year with you, and look forward to some cool stuff. So tonight, is that your dog whining?
That's one of them. I have 3.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, that's one of them.
Wait,
I think he's pissed because Emma just hopped out of here trying not to be on the screen. So
yeah, that's exactly what it was. So we have a little list going on. It's funny. It sounds like he's whistling, or she, but we have a list of kind of things I've jotted down that we're going to talk about for 2024 and what's going on. And I've already got some folks booked for the upcoming weeks. We have a guy.
I'm pretty excited about those.
Yeah, we're going to have Mark from Australia from Red Arc. He's going to come in and talk about some of their new products. That'll be a couple weeks away. And then we have a guy named Jamin. And
harass you about mispronouncing his name.
Yeah, I know. Well, my boy, his name's Jamie, and so anyway.
Right.
But he is the founder of Kingdom Camping, and oh my God, listen to that dog!
I know.
That is the most pathetic sounding thing ever.
He is giving me straight up puppy dog eyes right now, and it's
let
terrible.
Him out of the cage.
No.
Why?
No. Because then he'll be up here and be all up in the show, and then the show's
push
done.
Him outside and close the door. Anyway,
he can't because it's the German Shepherd Malinois. He'll hop the fence.
Oh, Oh gosh, yeah. And so this guy, Jamin, I'll get it right. Is the founder of Kingdom Camping, and they're a relatively new brand of campers. They're off-road campers, and I've kind of followed his story, and I just reached out and said, hey, look, I think it'd be fun to hear your story about how you've worked for all these other RV companies, and then you start your own, and now you're building these, what I personally think are really cool campers. And so he's going to be on, and then I have a few other ones that I'm talking to, so hopefully we'll have them as well. And then, we'll just keep chugging along.
I love it. No, I'm excited. Red Ark's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait to find out more about these campers. So,
yeah, I tell you what, if you haven't seen them, just go look at their Facebook page and look at these campers. I mean, they're really pretty cool campers, and I think he's done a lot of thinking. Like his, the doors, they use keyless entry, so they have like a little credit card. You just, but it also has a keypad or whatever. But anyway, so yeah.
Which is going to be something else that Jeff says that we're going to need.
And Jeff says no warning whatsoever on having a show.
Well, so literally you texted me like 5 minutes ago saying, hey, if you want to join, and the kids and I were getting ready to do a yoga workout. So I was like, oh shit. Okay. Throw on a t-shirt over the sports bra and haul ass to the office.
Jeff says,
hence why there's no preparing with the dog today.
That's quite okay. I messaged you this morning and you never texted me back. So I was like, she's probably busy. Maybe they're traveling or camping and I'm not going to bother her. And then I thought a few minutes before the show started, I thought, man, if I don't send her the text with an invite and then she sees me go live, well,
then I'll be mad at you.
Then she's going to be mad at me. So I figured, okay, what's the lesser of two evils, right? So
hey, anyway. I appreciate that. Felicia taught you well on don't piss off a girl.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, today at work is it's the beginning of the year. So the loans didn't get closed by year end. They're now pushing to pad their books for the year. So
right.
Yay.
Here's kind of a cool thing. We're now live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram tonight. And I've looked and we're there. So
okay, so everybody else who's watching, go verify it to make sure it's not just Lee set up like it was last time.
Yeah, I know.
Playing through live.
Well, I forgot one extra little step last time. So this time I did a little more research and I made sure, and that was that was the motivation for the countdown. Is because with Instagram, you have to set it up and then put the stream keys and the secret key and all that back into this platform. And then you make this platform go live. Then you go back to Instagram and say, go live. So
interesting.
Anyway, I got it. And yes, Jeff, Jack Black is back.
Didn't say that grew back quick, honey.
It did, didn't it?
It did.
I don't know what happened. And so Jeff says he calls BS. All right, see? Jeff, fair enough. So tonight's show, we're just going to talk about what we got planned for 2024. Ashley doesn't know any of this, really.
Nope. So y'all are finding out same time I am.
She's going to play along like she knows.
Yeah, pretty much.
I made up this list, and I was going through it, and there's some other stuff we'll talk about, because we always go down the rabbit holes. But, yes. There's a lot of cool things. One thing, and I'm going to do a screen share with you and I so that it's going to pop up one of the windows here, if I can get it over here.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to shout out to Chad because Chad said, "What's up, people?" And you did not.
Oh, I didn't see it.
His little comment.
Chad, hey, buddy.
Chad, I got you. Lee is not in control of the comments anymore.
Yeah. Can you now, you're supposed to be able to click on those and put them on the screen. Can you not do that?
No, you won't give me that control.
I did, because I looked the other day and I sent you an invite to admin on it and it says you accepted it.
Yeah, but it's not, I can't do anything.
Another loose screw between the operator's ears. Anyway, so let's open this up. So, of course, our typical Overland Radio webpage, which I have worked on a little bit off and on, but we got something cool going on. And I want to talk about this first tonight. And this is the new podcast platform. And so sometime back, I created this thing called the Overland Podcast Network. And I sat on it for a while because, these ideas sometimes come to me, whether I'm in the shower or driving down the road or out in the garage working.
Images that people don't need in their head.
Right. Yeah. And exactly. And so I, kind of started it and then just tabled it for a while, but I picked it up and the reason I did it was there's a lot of podcast platforms or podcasters in this, should we call it a genre? Ashley, do you think that's probably, it's a lifestyle,
It's a lifestyle. So you can't really call it a genre.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. We'll go with that. Anyway, and I thought, we're all doing the same thing but we all do it differently. And
right.
Michael and I started out and it was a little more wild and so, but we've tamed it down a little bit and, at least for the time being, who knows where it'll go tomorrow, but anyhow, so I created this because I wanted to try to bring other podcasters together. And I wanted to give them a platform it didn't cost them anything. I pay for it all. And it's a place where you can go and you can contact us and we'll help you get your podcast set up on it. And really what it does is it's more of a, you have that targeted captive audience. So if somebody's on the page and they see our podcast and our show, they're likely to see somebody else's and then maybe click on theirs and listen to their show. And then that gives them some opportunity to, gain a new audience member or listener or whatever, and vice versa. So that's what we do. And so currently we have, of course, us. We have our friends, the guys at the Off-Road Podcast who've been doing their podcast on the Facebook and all that stuff for Overland Radio.
Right.
But guess what?
What?
We're gonna have more expo. Chris is gonna start his own More Momentum podcast, and
I've seen his post for that. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, and his album artwork here is going to change a little bit once we do the first episode. This is just kind of was a temporary. I put it there, but there's some new
placeholder.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So he's going to start that, and I don't want to indulge all the things that he has planned, but hey, Michael, wave like a dork. Hola. Anyway, I don't want to give it all away, but I know, right? Chris, so it's going to be good. It is. It's going to be fun.
I just hope he wears the wig like he did for me when I was doing the Women's Wednesday show.
Yes.
Because that was still epic.
That was pretty good. So, we're going to have, he's going to start that. And I think we may do a pre-taping, I don't know, tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to post it, but I think we're going to record one and, just kind of work out the bugs. He's got some new equipment. I helped him, I said, here, this is what you need to buy, whatever. Then after that, there's a possibility that Ashley's going to go back to doing her own podcast.
Fingers crossed. We'll see.
Maybe.
And
Jeff, her husband, being the brilliant dude that he is.
Don't suck up to him.
Came up.
No, I have to give immense kudos to him for that. So I felt like the Women's Wednesday name was just a little too generic.
Yeah.
So he and I kicked around some ideas. And he came up with a new name of Overland Her radio show, which I think is fantastic. I'm super excited, and I'm looking for a co-host. That's my big thing right now. I've got somebody who's willing to jump on with me on occasion, but I'm looking for a steady co-host to join me on a more regular basis too.
Yeah. And again, kudos to Jeff. I think that was a really good play on the name that got that would get the point across. So good job, Jeff.
He did good. I'm proud.
He did good. He's redeemed himself for marrying you. But anyway,
so freaking rude.
I'm just teasing. I'm kidding. And then, of course, our buddy Michael, he's all the way up there. So his show's on here as well. And so I thought we'd take a minute. And I just want to show everybody some stuff. It's kind of cool. So if you go to one of the shows and you look, it'll give you all the recent episodes and how you can go listen to them. And here's our Twitter feed. And then there's about the host. And there's me, but there's nothing here for Ashley because she's a loser and won't get... anyway.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. And then you have a sponsor page and it's all, it's really good. And by the way, shout out to More Expo. The tickets are live. The More Expo tickets are live. If you want, go to the moreexpo.com webpage. It's April 19th and 20th. Get your tickets now. And
I will be there.
Yep, absolutely. So, and then, there's just some more stuff here, but it's kind of cool, but we've now added, a place. So if somebody wants to be a guest, look, they just come in here, fill out this form. We have a whole new bio about them.
I love it.
And if you go into your episodes, and let's talk about this one. See this right here? It has our last one right before Christmas was the holiday gift guide, Polar Bear Camp Out. And see right here, it says Chad Boyd. If you click on that, because Chad was our guest, there's Chad's picture. And then here's a little write-up about Chad.
Chad's going to whoop your ass for that photo.
I know, right? I'm not, anyway.
So going back to the photos you said that there's supposed to be a bio about me. I didn't even know there was supposed to be a bio about me.
I told you about it, but
this was like back when we were doing the Women's Wednesday thing and you had a photo, but I've changed a little bit since then. So yeah, we need to do it again. Yes, Jeff, you have your
shining moments. Yes. And Michael Gonzalez, you are correct. He did move to Alaska and, he's had lots of snow and he said it's cold, but he's having a good time. I talked to him the other day. And then, during the holiday, you may have seen it, but he flew home and I went down to Oklahoma City, had lunch with him and had a great time. It was so nice to see him. So
and say, how was that?
It was good.
Said that, you two are trouble and back together. So everyone was screwed in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get arrested. However, we did stop, I was going to do a little shopping while I was down there. Went to one of the shopping centers near the mall and Michael pulls up and a few minutes later we're standing there talking. He's like, dude, look at all the cops. And I was like, dude, oh my gosh. And I look around, there's cops, going up and down all the aisles around us, driving around. And I'm thinking, do we look that shady? I mean, I know I need a haircut, but really? So anyway,
what did you guys do?
We just had lunch. We hung out, talked for a little bit, and he had one of his other friends with him that came and met him as well. And I mean, that was it. Then I came back. So I hope he understands that I drove an hour and a half to basically spend 2 hours and then drive another hour and a half back.
Yes, but his philosophy is going to be that he flew from Alaska to here. So
right. He made the longest.
He did the furthest trip.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I know. He's going to play that card.
Just because I laugh every time he posts about following OSU that he's following from Alaska. It always makes me giggle.
So anyway, so we've kind of changed it up. So listen, for those of you listening or those of you that listening or watch in the future, if you know somebody's got a really good podcast and they want to have it in a place where they could possibly get some more views or listens, we'd love to, visit with them and see if it's a good fit. I think Chris made a comment to me one day and he says, a rising tide lifts all ships. And I said, yeah, that works. I like it. So this helps some other people. I'm happy.
I think it's great. I think it just solidifies the sense of community where, we're there to help each other. It's not all about look at me or what I have. It's, help building each other up, which is where we need to be.
Absolutely.
I love it.
That's that. And of course there's some other stuff. And then I got this thing I've been working on.
Oh Lord, now I'm scared.
Okay. And everybody knows that I'm kind of that techie geek nerdy guy that likes to build websites and shoot guns, which is a weird combination. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I think I'm ate up with AI.
Oh Lord, save me now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn a new development style code, and I still don't know it, but I know enough to be dangerous. And so I built something called wildroamer.io, and it is the ultimate Overland AI assistant chatbot generator. You can create so many things with this. Now,
I'm so afraid.
I'm not done with it, but here I'm going to show you a little bit of what we got going here. And it's not done. So, I mean, you're welcome to go to wildroamer.ai and sign up and you can get in here, but you have a dashboard that shows, how many tokens and words you can do, but you can come over here to this writer and look at all these things. Look at all these things you can do. Product name generators, blog posting ideas, blog sections.
This is where you were coming up with the random names for my show.
Exactly.
And they were we'll just say interesting.
Oh yeah. And yeah, there's some of them. You put the keywords in there, and the better you do that, the better the outcome. But this thing will do YouTube video descriptions and titles and tags for you. It'll do Instagram stuff, Facebook stuff, Google ads, all these things you can do depending on how you subscribe to it. And then it has this thing called an AI image generator. And as you can see, I played around with it with an airplane, a dog and an airplane. And of course, there's the one that I came up with. It's like our Aussie doodle, but
I need the button. Sorry. I need to be able to put the comment on the screen. Jeff is asking, who is Steven?
That's me. My first name. Thank you very much. And it's with a PH, not a V. You just lost all your credibility. Anyway. So, yes. So
hey, Jen.
For those of you that don't know, it's Steven is the first name. Yes. So, hey, there's Jennifer. She's in tonight. And Jennifer's got.
I know. I just said, hey.
Jennifer's got a new pig or piglet.
I know.
Or I don't know what you call it. I call it dinner, but anyway.
No, it's not bacon. So she was actually supposed to bring the pig over to my house New Year's Eve because we were supposed to have a get together, and I got sick, as you can tell with my runny nose, and so we had to cancel. But I'm devastated I did not get to play with the baby pig.
Was it going to be one of those parties like you did last time where we got you on camera? Anyway,
probably. I mean, Jennifer's involved, so probably.
Yeah. So, this AI stuff, and I've been training this thing for 4 months or 5 months to really try to key in and focus on things that revolve around overlanding, camping, off-roading, all that kind of stuff. You can do PDFs with this thing where it'll dissect the PDF and turn it into a document. AI vision. Here's one I did. I asked it, I said, I typed this out. It said, I'm green, but certain times of the year I turn brown in fall. That's all I said. And it came back and it says, it seems like you're referring to a audacious tree during most of the year. And it goes through the whole thing. And it tells me that how the trees turn, in the fall and that kind of stuff. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And then you got chats. I have these chat bots where you can go in here and chat. And with different subjects like travel and trip advisors and outdoor fitness trainers and healthy camp cooking. And I've tried to, build it with all this stuff. So
I'm going to
anyway,
need access to your login so I can screw with your settings.
you won't be
just
able to.
Because some of the names that you came up with were this is payback time.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Huh?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
What names are you talking
the
about?
The names for my show when I come back to Wednesdays.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
You're out. So anyway, yeah, no, not happening.
I'm gonna find the message where you started listing them.
So it's funny. So anyway, I built this, and I am probably 65% of the way through with it. It still has a way to go, but you're welcome to go to wildroamer.io. It's free to log in or set your account up. You'll even get a few free tokens and image generators. You can go try it out. And then once I get everything, pretty well done, then we'll have some subscriptions to it. And it's really designed for content creators and small businesses that are in this lifestyle. And so we'll see. Well,
so Chad commented saying that he's been needing a website that you can do all this type of stuff, but one for the gun store. So would that help him?
Yes, we can make it happen.
Okay.
For sure.
There you go.
So anyway, Jeff says, fine. Who is Stefan? Well, if we were in France, then yes, that would fly, but we're not. So, and what's funny, Jeff, is I get phone calls and, like somebody trying to, sell something, and they're like, yes, I'd like to speak to Stefan. And I'm like, don't have one of those around here. We got a Steven, but we don't have a Stefan. And so then I hang up on them. Anyway, so yeah, that's those are a few things that we've been working on. I still have the One Overland Network, which if you don't know, we have the Base Camp Bulletin. You can go put your email in there, and I'm going to start sending newsletters back out next week. I took a couple weeks off for the holidays, and in those newsletters, we usually put current gas prices, any closures in forest service roads, and all kind of other good stuff. And hopefully I'm gonna get Ashley to help me with that at some point in time. Who knows? But
first I'm hearing about this one, but okay.
Yeah. So I told you this is how this was going to go down tonight, didn't I?
You did. I feel like you should have warned me that I should have pen and paper so I could write down what I'm supposed to be doing from now on.
That's okay. So yeah, then I've been working on this website, which is the One Overland. And of course, these are all my other little projects that I have. I have fly fishing stuff and, the gear for outdoor adventures.
You're missing out so much on the comments.
Am I? Okay.
Yes.
Let's go back.
You're missing out on the comments. I'm sorry. They're cracking me up, and I can't
control
the button.
Jennifer says his name, her little pig's name is Otto, the overlanding pig. I like it, Jennifer. I think that's pretty damn awesome. And let's see, Michael says, you guys have a good anything, so let me bit. Smart ass for bit. Next time I'll talk with you. Okay. Hey, man. See you later. Thanks for listening in. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for joining, and I can't wait to hear about the Jeep.
Yeah, no kidding. Jennifer says she's a smart ass every time. It's okay. That's what we like about her.
Is she about me or is she about herself?
I have no idea.
She's better about me.
Yeah. Let's see. you mean Ashley?
Thank you, Jennifer.
We know Lee's beautiful. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate that.
Love you, girl.
I fully agree with you. I don't think that I'm beautiful. I'm handsome, but I'm not beautiful.
Michael's comment next was that you have a face for radio.
Yes, Jennifer, 100% her. Lee has a sexy voice, so he's got a face for radio. Well, okay, I'll take it. I guess I'll take it. Maybe that's why I don't ever video or make videos out on the trails when I'm going places. I just, anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't ever do it either because I feel like when I do it, I sound stupid.
Jennifer says she loves us both, but she likes you or loves you more. And that's okay. I'm good with that. So anyway, yeah. Back to some of the stuff we're doing. This is the other one. You can go check out some of the websites I've been working on. Most all of these revolve around the outdoors. And yeah, so there's that. And then let's do this. Let's put this back up here. So let me ask you a question. Now
Oh,
we're
Lord,
going to transition a little bit, not transgender. That's a whole nother show. You look like you're about to die. You want to crawl?
I'm so scared as to where this is going.
You want to crawl under your desk and hide, don't you?
A little bit. I mean, yeah.
So, are you going to do any camping anytime soon?
So we're doing the polar bear camp out in a couple of weeks.
Right. But is the camper going to be ready?
Why? Why did you have to bring it up? Okay. He tore it apart right before his grandmother passed away, or right after we found out she passed away. He finally touched it for the first time this past weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, Jeff.
I'm so stressed about trying to get this camper done. And I looked at him all weekend. I was like, I want to go camp. I just want to go camp so bad. I want to go camp. Well, I don't care where we go at this point.
I don't want to make you mad, but I camped this past week for a couple nights down in Southeast. No, I went down to Southeast Oklahoma. I'll tell you something. I have come to the conclusion that as much as I like going out and camping in a dispersed location, I still like to break it up in a campground every now and then. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't, I'm not talking about like a bougie campground. I'm talking about like a Forest Service campground. Just, somewhere where you can plug in to electricity for a night and just kind of, they have a shower or something. Hey, whatever. Right. I don't need that all the time. Just every once in a while, it's kind of nice to break in. I went to Cedar Lake. Have you ever been there?
No.
Okay, you guys got to go down there. Okay. I went down there. Look. It's where Heavener is and Hod.
Yeah, I'm say we've driven through Heavener quite a few times.
Right, it's on 59. You go that way to good when you're going down to Beaver's Bend.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a place called Cedar Lake. It's a National Forest Service campground. And holy crap, I didn't think it was going to be much of anything. I thought it was just going to be an old campground. I get there, every site's paved. Every site has picnic tables. Every site has a fire pit. Every site has a grill. Every site has water, electricity. And it was $20. And
so you need to put that in the comments so people can go check it out.
I had nice facilities there. And so I was like, man, I was not expecting this. And so I rode through the whole campground, and it's huge too. I mean, it's a big place. They got a swimming area and the whole 9 yards down there. So if you haven't been, you should really go try it. It's kind of it's a neat place. There's deer walking around all over, and there are a lot of trails to go ride really, really close by. As a matter of fact, when you go out to the highway, you go straight across, and that's a Forest Service road, and it goes up, splits 3 ways. And I mapped all those trails, and one of them was fun. It was fun.
Okay.
So yeah,
I want to go check it out. So Jeff has been wanting to get his hands on the Oklahoma State whiskey that they came out with,
right?
And so that's brewed at the brewery down in Ho Chi Town. Iron Monk, I think. No, it's not Iron Monk. What is it called? I know it. I can think of it in my head, but I can't think of what it's called, but it's down in Ho Chi Town. I've bribed him with that. So we will go to the brewery just to get the whiskey.
Let me stop
to go camping, but the cricket's broken.
I get it, but let me stop you right there.
What?
You're bribing him with the wrong thing, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Right?
You can't do that with the kids in the cricket.
Oh, have you ever heard of Benadryl or Robitussin?
They're overhead. That's just awkward.
Don't they okay, then there's a picnic table outside. I mean, God, Jesus, be creative for the love of, oh my dear.
Hey, you know what? I will, at this point, sure, let's just do it. I need to go camping, but the cricket's broken.
Jeff, you heard it. She's willing to do whatever. And if I were you, I'd take advantage of it. Because there's going to be that day where she's going to be like, Anyway, camping. I went camp for a few days. I came back early because Amelia had 102 temp and ended up in the ER.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's much better. She's full of piss and vinegar, but she had an ear infection, and she was backed up. She's full of shit.
Wonder where she gets it from.
Her mother.
No, that's bullshit.
No, I'm telling you, she gets it from her.
I bet every single person in the comment section right now would back me up on that and say she's full of shit from you.
But they don't even know her, so it's not fair.
Okay, but they can vouch, but I'm vouching for her. And
God.
they see how you act, so we all know.
Okay. Anyway, I was supposed to camp all the way till New Year's Eve, but I didn't. So besides the polar bear camps, which I have those on the list, we're going to talk about those in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What, you guys have any other plans for camping?
Not right now. Not until we get the cricket up and running again. So right now it's just the polar bear.
Jeff, you got to, man, listen.
He's put a comment in there saying he works best under pressure. We'll see how that goes.
Well, okay. Then, okay. Let him have it. How about events? Let's talk about events for a minute.
Okay.
Obviously, we're going to do the polar bear campouts.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a story to tell you about the polar bear campouts, and I'll tell that in a few minutes. But
okay.
More Expo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to go through, and I think on the radio website, and I'd love help from everybody, is shoot me off events that you know of, besides the obvious ones that we have here. And I'll put them in a calendar, and that way we have a good resource. We can go look at them. But I think this year I want to do some stuff on the East Coast for a change. I know there's not as much dispersed camping. I know wait, hold up.
No.
If I'm allowed to get my tattoo, I'd be a lot more. I need to hear this story in a minute. So anyway, you know, I hope this year we're going to do more events. Ashley and I personally think, I don't know about Ashley, she may have another opinion, but at Big Iron, I had a good time when we did we did a few live things. We were kind of stuck because we can't do it because of the music and get copyright strikes and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we're going to work through that next year, but I'd like to do some more of those things with everybody, and maybe even some other folks, bring them in and we all do it, together. Some of the other podcasters or some of the other, folks out there, but
no, I had a blast, and I know Jeff and I are working on an event through Wander, to do just a camp out on someone's private property. So I've got to work with them to set up dates, and so we can get that going too.
That'll be fun. Is it going to be close by or some, you don't have to say.
It's going to be down in the Mounds Bags area.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
cool.
There's probably not going to be like a whole lot to really do, but it's just going to be a chance for everyone to get together, camp, bullshit, and, just hang out.
Honestly, sometimes those are some of the most fun, is just getting to
yes,
visit with other folks and just hang out, not have the stress of having to, pack up everything and then get on the trail or, whatever. You can just be kind of laxy-daisy, and I enjoy that stuff. I got to tell you something else too. When I camped this last few days, I've come to the conclusion that this week I turned 53 later this week. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm getting old enough, plus with my multiple sclerosis that I have, I fell out of my camper twice, and I was not high. I was not drunk.
Seriously.
I need to clarify that because I know somebody's going to go. Yeah. I wasn't any of that at all. Not even remotely close. But yeah, I slipped and fell trying to get my foot down out of the top. And I mean, I hit hard. It's like,
wow.
And of course, I had one of the Australian Shepherds, trooper with me, and he just looked at me like, "What's wrong with you, man? I can jump up."
Way to go, dumbass.
Yeah. So yeah, I even told Felicia, I was like, it might be time to go back to a camper trailer.
See, just get you a little cricket. The only issue I have with cricket is I hit my head on the door.
Yeah, I don't like them. They're ugly. I think they're neat.
They're not. They're so lightweight that
I get
you
it.
could tow it with anything.
I know, and I'm totally with you. I think they're really neat, and they're super lightweight. But I think the moment I put it behind my truck, it makes my truck look gay. No offense to anybody.
Well, we don't know until we tow it. We're going to hook it up to the back of your truck, and we're going to see how it looks, and we're going to take photos, and it's going to be a thing. All I can say is I need to get like a pool noodle and put it across the top of the door, because at least once every camping trip, I've hit my head.
That's not good. Although it does explain a lot. But anyway.
Shut up.
I'm teasing. So, yeah, I mean, camping was fun. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to hear more about what you guys have planned for the Wander Camp. But yeah, I'm going to try to make more. Are y'all going to make all the polar camps?
The plan is to be at all of them. Right now the schedule's working to where we can be at all of them, at all 4. And then, of course, we'll be at more as well. We just have time. So Gavin made the NJHS. We've got volunteer hours that we've got to hit on weekends in between. So yeah, that's fine. Just life.
Let me mention, since we're on the subject of Polar Bear Camp House, I got to tell you this story. And I have thought long and hard about something. What the heck was that?
He just popped the hell up and scared the hell out of me.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so listen, I got this little story I got to tell everybody, and I'm going to start with a disclaimer. And the disclaimer is that I'm telling this story. I'm not going to mention the names of people or names of businesses.
Are you getting ready to back out of the one coming up?
No. Okay. But I am going to say that it's really easy, and I think this is going to be something that a lot of you that are listening or that will be listening in the future can relate to. And you have those moments in your life or events, right, that take place, and you sit back and you soul search and you go, okay, that didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Was I really in the wrong, or was it totally taken out of context, and did it get blown up for no apparent reason? And then you start thinking about these things, and you start to like play back over time, and you start to realize that in this lifestyle and this overlanding and whatever you want to call it, however you want to address it, there are cliques. And people get into cliques. That's not necessarily a bad thing, right, Ashley?
No, not at all. Sorry, I have it muted because he's moving around a lot. So
give him a Benadryl. But
I'm about to.
Or gummy or something. No. But anyway, so let's take this and move forward. I'll just say that there's cliques, and sometimes just because you don't align with a certain group of people doesn't mean you don't like them. And I think that can't be stressed enough when it comes to how we all associate. And honestly, I think this community is a little tighter than we sometimes remember or think.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Clifton says, I like gangs. So
Chad, that does not surprise me at all. Yeah, love you, buddy.
Yeah. So the Polar Bear Camp Out was announced. Mm-hmm. And there's a camp out here in Oklahoma. And it's not far from me. Now, let me ask you a question. So for those of you that are in this area, you already know that Oklahoma is kind of limited, right? As to the places that we have to go around here. We all go either to Southeast Oklahoma or we end up down in Arkansas, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what we do, or we go out west or something like that. We don't have a lot here. My thought process was, hey, we're going to have one here. It's not going to happen until January. I had 3 or 4 people send me messages and ask me if I'd camped here before. And I was like, nope. And I've never been there. Shame to say it's just up the road, but I've never been there. So I thought, hey, I'm going to hop in the truck. I'm going to ride up I'm going to take some photos and some videos, and I'm going to hype this thing up so that maybe, just maybe, this Oklahoma one would be the biggest one out of the whole bunch. Now,
which would be amazing.
And so I thought that I was doing something good. And I thought, hey, let's bring some awareness. No, it's not even awareness. Let's just make everybody want to come from the out of state into Oklahoma to camp at the Oklahoma camp out. And it would be good for everybody here. It would be good for the guys that were sponsoring the Oklahoma one. It would just be good, and the place we were going to camp looked pretty big on Google Maps. So we get there and the gates are all locked. And so I do a video and I'm like, what's plan B? Because we came up here and we can't get in because it says it's closed due to the low water level. It's been known to me, there were some arrangements made. And I didn't know that. I just posted the video, said, hey, my wife and I drove up here. The gates are closed. What's plan B, fellas? And then another video was put out. And that video was like an unhinged video. And all these things were said, which I'm not going to repeat them. The videos have all been taken down. But I showed it to my wife. And I was like, did I come across like I was trying to do something bad? I thought I was really going to hype up this thing for Oklahoma and make everybody, come in here. Anyway, I basically got raked over the coals, which was fine. But I think the takeaway from the whole thing is, it's easy to misconstrue somebody's intentions when you assume something. And now I'm going to tell you this. I didn't assume that somebody just screwed up. I just knew that the gate was locked and I didn't know what plan B was.
Right.
But let me ask you a question, and I'll ask this to everybody out there. Okay, so the camp out's not till January 20th, right? Isn't it the 20th?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that thought about, hey, sometime between the time this was announced and January 20th, maybe I'll ride up there and go camp one night just to see what it's like? That's completely plausible.
I mean, I get it. I'd be the same way. I'm all about looking for new camp spots. I like finding the new places. There's always those random secret spots that people know about.
I don't understand. And so anyway, it was said that, that myself and these other people had some history, which I still don't know what that history is. And that I was trying to make them look bad, which I wasn't. I was really actually trying to pump them up and get more people to come to this event so that it would make them look better, or not better, but you know what I'm saying. And so when the event was announced, wouldn't it have been beneficial to everybody had it been announced and somebody said, by the way, don't try to go pre-camp it. It's closed. We have a special arrangement and, you can't get in to go pre-camp it. Well, one, I wouldn't have drove 45 minutes to go to the place to try to get pictures to hype this up. Anyway, long story short, it's still going to be held there. I'm still looking forward to it. I still wished I could have gotten pictures and videos so that I could have posted it and kind of hyped it all up and got people a little more excited, but it didn't work out that way. And I took a little chastising over it, and I still don't know to this day really if I was in the wrong or trying to be wrong, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. These clicks, we've got to do a better job. It's okay to align yourself with people that you like and enjoy. But I think we have to do a better job of making sure that we let other people know that we're not trying to make them look bad or, any of the sorts. And so anyway, that's my whole little spill thing tonight. I have mulled on this for
a while.
Yeah. And I didn't want to say anything. And finally I just said, I think it just was approached the wrong way. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to apologize for going up there and trying to hype this thing up. I'm just not, because I don't think I was wrong. I'm not going to apologize for putting out a video, because I didn't put out the video and call anybody out. I didn't say anybody was an idiot or stupid or any of that stuff. I didn't do any of that. I did say, we drove up here, it's locked, and, what are we going to do now? What's plan B? Mm-hmm. That's all I did. But it was taken a different way. So for all of you who are out there, be sure to let everybody else know that just because you're not hanging out with them all the time, if they talk to you or they reach out to you, give them the common courtesy of, having a polite conversation with them. Doesn't mean you have to be their best friend, but have that conversation and invite them along.
I agree. I have been deemed the social butterfly of Rigs and Coffee. So yes, talk to everybody.
And I think relationships are key when you're doing this, any of this kind of stuff. I mean, I really do. I think relationships are key. And I think that while we tend to migrate as humans to people who we feel comfortable with, who we enjoy having a conversation with, and that sometimes are just like-minded, Right. I mean, when I first met you, I was like, that bitch is crazy. I ain't getting nowhere near. No, I didn't say that. I'm kidding. And
no, your first interaction with me was Goose Island, and it was like, Doug gave me a lot of shit, and I dished it right back out.
You did, and you earned a lot of respect. And the thing is that the people that think that that I'm the enemy, and that's kind of what this is boiling down to, is that I'm really not. I've invited them to camp with us. I've invited them to come out with us. And you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I invited them both times. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to be that guy, but I got pegged as that guy. So anyway, for whatever it's worth.
I just look at it as you're not going to please everybody. Nobody is. Just keep being you and being social, and that's what matters. And Chad down here is commenting saying that he migrates to badassness in the crowd. So I feel kind of special because Chad at least comes talks to me.
But he hasn't posted the part where he also migrates and has a soft spot for special needs.
Okay, that's your forte.
No.
That's why he migrates to you.
No, that's why he migrates to you.
No, he migrates to me for the badassness. He migrates to you for the gummies and your specialness.
Oh, geez. Your badassness. Okay, that's the best one to start off the year with right there. No.
That's right.
So anyway, the rest of the polar bear campouts, I'm looking forward to all of them, including the one here in Oklahoma, although it didn't start out really great, but I hope it ends with a huge bang, and I hope the place is packed, and I hope that, it's a huge success for everybody, not just a few.
I agree. I'm hoping for a success for everybody. I will have to say, though, I'm kind of biased right now about the Missouri one for Chad's, only because it's the weekend after my 40th. So, party time.
Damn, you're getting old.
I know. Fuck you.
Damn. Y'all heard it first. I just got called out again.
Don't call me old. I'm already feeling it. Hence why the kids and I were going to be doing yoga earlier.
Just remember, you don't heal as fast as at 40 as you did when you were 20. So if you're doing yoga, be careful. You pull
I'm
something
more flexible than you think.
you pull something or break something, and the last thing Jeff wants to do is have to wait on you.
Oh my! Hey, no. I had to wait on him when he broke his ankle.
He didn't break his ankle. Somebody else broke it.
Okay, but his ankle still got broke.
But that's not the point. If you do yoga and you break something or pull something and you can't move, that's your fault. His ankle wasn't his fault. I'm on Team Jeff right now.
No, see, the benefit is I'm short, low to the ground. I don't have that far to reach. So it's okay.
Then crawl. Jeff is a mite bit taller than you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So anyway, also I really want to tell you about this too. This is kind of cool. Man, we've come up almost on an hour. Chad at Overland Addict there in Nixa, if you haven't been to Chad's Facebook page, go to his Facebook page, Overland Addict. Take a look at the events section that he has, and he's got all the rigs and coffees, all the rigs and swigs, which if you don't know what that is, that's a Friday gig. And then he's got rigs and coffee. And now he's got these training classes he's going to do with, he's partnered up with Switchback Outdoor Safety. And so they have.
Love Aaron.
Who doesn't love Aaron? I mean,
love Aaron.
I think, hey, I always joke and say everybody needs a Chad. I kind of think everybody needs an Aaron.
You just need them both.
But it depends on the Aaron. I mean, this guy has to be this Aaron. There's some other Aarons that it can't be. Anyway, but Chad and Aaron at Switchback Outdoor, Friday and Saturday, February 3rd and 4th, he's having, there's 2 classes then, or a class each day. And then again on February 17th, they're having another one. So it's a 3-part class. It takes place one weekend and then just one day, the next one. So, I would encourage you to go over to Overland Addict's Facebook page and look at the events section. Dude,
I think we need to have Chad and Aaron on the show and talk about this.
We will. Okay. I'm starting to book up a bunch of stuff. So,
I know that's why I had to say it now before you start booking crap and I don't get to say.
You have plenty of say. All you have to do is just say. So yes, we do need to have them on there, but especially before the 3rd of February.
Right.
Other than that, if you're listening to this, do me a favor and do Ashley a favor. Actually, do it more for me than Ashley because she's talking bad and mean to me earlier. And now I'm going to have to go sit in the corner and cry.
Okay, tell Felicia I want video of this.
Not really. Do us a favor, go out and make sure you follow us on the social stuff. I hate asking, but do it. And really, more importantly, head over to iTunes and leave us a review. Somebody, have you noticed I've tried to be really nice and not too crass? Somebody reported us, and iTunes took us down for a little while and then put us back up. And when they did, all our reviews were gone. I had to, give them the whole spiel about, this is what we're doing and blah, blah, blah. They put us back on in 48 hours or something like that. But we lost all our reviews. And I said, can I get my reviews back? And they're like, we're unable to. So I would appreciate it. If you enjoy what we do or have enjoyed it in the past, if you would take a minute and go over to iTunes. If you are on iTunes, you don't have to be. If you're on Spotify, that's fine. Do it there. But leave us a good positive review. And if you leave us a bad review, let me know. And Ashley and I will show up at your house. I'll just open the door. I'll open the door and send her out like a rabid dog.
But see, you like some deranged, like crazy, aggressive dog. I went from being a social life, all sweet and talking to this.
But Jeff we talk. Jeff and I talk. I know all of your dirty, dark secrets.
Oh, I know that you two talk because I think it was Christmas. You sent him a text message saying Merry Christmas. And I was like, what the fuck? He didn't even message me and I'm the co-host.
Well, you just should have known it like telepathically. You did send us a nice card and that was very sweet and kind. Felicia was like, oh, that was very nice of him. And I was like, yeah. So we just were last minute. She just asked me the other day for my address. So, it was like one of those things of, oh yeah, I probably should do this. So he doesn't.
No. So legitimately we got the cards in last minute. That's a whole like different conversation with Jeff because somebody procrastinated on ordering them because he had the photo on his phone. And yeah, so we got them late, and then it was a quick rush to get them out. And I'm sure I left people off, and that was not my intent, but yeah.
Well, either way, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for doing it. And
you're welcome.
Anyway, you got any other things you want to hit on while we're just
no, I don't have to discuss
20,
the tattoo.
2024. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Jeff and I are going to talk about that, and then for the next show, it's going to be a topic.
Then I will have Jeff join you for the show, and I'm
you don't know but you don't know. Okay, I shouldn't say next show, a future show.
That's fine. He's in the same house. All I gotta do is walk away, go get him. He can have a headset, and he can jump on the show.
No, he doesn't need to do that. I just get all the download on it, and then I'll just bring it up, and then I'll spin it the way I see it. That doesn't benefit you. It benefits Jeff.
Technically, he already commented about it. Rhino claimed that he gets to be super VIP.
Oh my goodness.
So see, it's Rhino's fault too. He's in the instigating shit.
Dad said he's got his whole sleeve since he's seen us all last. Man, that's a lot of work, dude.
Chad, send me photos. I want to see.
Yeah, as long as it's not,
I don't care. Just send it to me anyways.
Okay, yeah, send it to her. She doesn't care. She's a derelict. No, I'm kidding. All right, listen. Thanks, Thanks, Ashley, for jumping in at the very last minute.
Thanks for the invite. The last minute.
Well, again, I explained why I was leery about doing it, but I'm thankful to have you on the show with me tonight, and I hope that things progress and you get to do the Overland Her, which
hopefully
I think is just wicked cool. And
I'm excited. Like I said, I need a co-host.
Yeah. Well, there's somebody out there for you.
I'll find her at some point. I'll find her.
We had hopes that it might be Kara, but she's got she's got such a busy schedule. It's not her fault. You got to do what you got to do. And she's got the Rebel Rally going next year. So she's got a lot of work to do there. So I completely understand that. We wish her all the best and luck with that. So, but we'll find somebody.
I can't wait. We'll get her on. She'll co-host with me a couple of times when she's got some availability, but then after the Rebel, maybe I can pin her down to do it full time with me.
There you go. There's an option. So thanks again for joining us tonight, everybody. Be sure to go, follow us, like us, subscribe to us, all the things that you do. And we would love it if you would help us get those reviews back. Well, I guess we'll see you next week.
Looking forward to it. Bye, everyone.
Leave the pavement and take it off-road. Overland Radio.